everybody, it's Tyler here once again with another Behind the Bumpers, checking in team number 930 Mukwonago Bears, coming in from Mukwonago. Team, by the way, 2019 World Finalist and an absolutely phenomenal appearance then. Looking for another one here today at the Lakeshore Qualifier. And to help me out with this, by the way, I have Evelyn, Enya, and Dominic. And we're checking out this awesome robot here, coming in from modifications for 2020 with some really neat things. Intake in the Spindexer, shooter, climber, all this and more coming up on Behind the Bumpers.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting fun so we can continue to make content for you. Stryker makes some of the most revolutionary medical equipment and is a big supporter of FIRST and its participants. If you are looking for an internship or career that supports you being in FIRST, check out careers.stryker.com to learn more. If your team or organization is hosting an off-season event, did you know you can stream it right here on First Updates Now for free? Events that stream on First Updates Now receive an additional 25 to 100% additional viewership because we help you promote your event on a large platform. If you're interested, reach out to us on any of our social platforms, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com. Let's get your off-season event streaming on First Updates Now. Hurry, dates are booking fast, and we take first come, first serve for all our events.
So starting on this robot here, talk to me about this intake. Want to hear about some of the concept design on it, and what made you choose some of the material both for it, including your intake and the rollers area?
Okay, so we used polycarbonate as a siding here because it's flexible. We also used pneumatics here to allow us to extend it and then retract it. We used a 775 to power it, and then we have a ramp that allows it into the hopper.
So looking at this, you guys have a nice wide intake for it. And I think that's one of the things a couple of years ago when you guys were world finalists, you guys had a phenomenal intake from this year. How did that transition from your older robot into this robot?
Well, yeah, we used the similar polycarbonate to allow that flexibility to move around and pick up those balls. Other than that, we didn't change it much from the 2020 season for the 2021.
Sure, let's pop in a couple power cells, we'll see that. And then we're gonna go over to Dominic, who's gonna be talking about your hopper Spindexer type area. Let's go ahead, and Dominic, tell us a little bit more about your Spindexer, what's going on for that. Always love to hear with teams, by the way, they kind of go one of two ways. That sometimes they have these dividers, sometimes they don't. So talk to me a little about just how that thought process was, how it's been working out for you.
So we went with these dividers in our Spindexer in general because we figured it's compact and we can always constantly have power cells flowing through the robot in a way to make it more efficient.
Sure.
The whole hopper is made out of UHMW, a very slippery material, so there's not as many jam possibilities.
Okay.
The power cells don't like to stick to it, as you can see. It's slick, so there's nothing going to jam it in a way.
And was that your first choice of material when you looked at it? Is that what you knew what you wanted right away?
Yes, we knew we wanted to, so then we could reduce friction, make it easier for the entire system.
Okay, and then talk to me about kind of your kicker mechanism, how are you actually pulling it up into the robot, and then we'll go into your shooter as well.
So we have an omnidirectional wheel here, so when the power cells go past and we're not wanting to shoot, they go past without even getting stuck on it.
Sure.
The entire kicker and tower assembly is powered by 1775 with a versaplanetary gearbox on it. And so with that, we're able to power both of them at the same speed, at the same ratio, so there's a constant flow through the tower into our shooter.
So I'm excited to go into this shooter here. So talk to me about a couple things. Looks like a nice big Fairline wheel for your shooter itself, but look at this massive extra flywheel on the end there. That looks like steel to me too. So how much does that weigh? And just talk to me about the whole general design process.
So for our shooter, we knew we wanted to put a turret on it so we would be able to shoot from any position that our drivetrain was in. But we also have a limelight so we can track that and always be on center with the target. That flywheel that we have is a 6-pound flywheel. So
holy cow.
Yes,
all right.
It is crazy.
You might take the winner for largest or most heavy flywheel this year, by the way.
Always ensure with that flywheel that the first shot is exactly the same as the last shot because all that momentum, all that energy is just there. We do have an accelerator wheel down here too to help with that.
I think that's really needed
energy.
too, right?
Yeah.
With that big of a weight on that, you really need that accelerator wheel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's powering all that?
We have 2 Neos powering it.
For the whole shooter assembly?
For the whole shooter.
Okay. And it looks like you have an adjustable hood in a couple different positions. Talk to me about that.
So we have a 3-position hood, fully extended, and then 1 piston retracted, or the other, and then both of them retracted. So we can shoot closer, further away, or in between, pretty much.
And then is your shooter, does it just stay powered the whole time? Like, are you going to position then spinning up your shooter, or is it just sped up the entire match?
We have it spinning the entire match because if we let it slow down, it takes even longer for
it
to respin the flywheel up. So, yeah, we just spin it the whole match, and yeah.
Fair enough. So let's move on to Enya here. It's going to be talking about your climber on your robot. Talk to me a little about just some of the concept design and some of the material that's gone into it as well.
Okay, so we have a telescoping cascading elevator using constant force springs. We have 3D printed parts between each of the sections and a 3D printed part before our hook, which will turn to go onto a hang. And it has a string pulling all the way down into a winch, which is right here on the back of our robot. The string is pulled by a Falcon 500, and that's what pulls it back down after it goes up.
Well, let's see the climber deploy so we can see what that looks like on there. So as this goes, they actually just put this on, by the way, so we're catching in between matches. So talk to me a little about as this works on here. So essentially it's latching on, and then is this detaching, or does it just stay hooked on the whole time?
It stays hooked on the entire time.
Well, 930 Mukwonago Bears, once again, a phenomenal team coming out of their 2019 season. Didn't get a chance to play in 2020, but looking for a big win here and looking for big things in future competitions. So good luck, of course, here at the qualifying event, and looking forward to seeing your team in future years. Thanks for taking the time.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting this video. Stryker is looking for current and future FIRST alumni to join their internship program, and FIRST mentors who are looking for a great career with a company who actually supports their FIRST journey. Go to careers.stryker.com to learn more. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow. And check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.